Even if you like, that's a reality.
What?
Like, it's still KeKe Palmer, bro.
What angle is that? He's a
My
goofball.
point is that he's saying like, well, look at her, like, look at what she dressed. I'm like, it's KeKe Palmer. You talking about a woman?
Mean?
And that's what I'm saying. You don't pick women like that. You don't.
No, I get what you're saying, but we're talking about this as if like most of us ain't got opportunities with celebrity women, or you know what I mean, these type of women.
True.
So I'm just saying that to sit here and be like, hey, look, I don't see anybody picking KeKe Palmer. Come on, bro, it's KeKe Palmer.
I like KeKe, but just because you're likable don't mean that you're invincible. You know what I mean? Just because people like you don't mean that you can do whatever, you know. But this is the media, and they are a part of that world. They're branching out into that world. She's, you know, doing her things with her network or whatever she has going on. So I think it's more so to, you know, put the attention there. It's just crazy that your body parts got to be what sells it.
Hey, I say ultimately they both failed, right? Because it took a few things to happen for this to even be a big deal, right? First off, she had to go outside with that dress, and I feel like she did it because she doesn't have any respect for him. Because I know what it feels like when a woman respects you, and women who respect her man, you don't have to consult with him. You already know that this is a no-go, especially you have children. That's out, right? And then, of course, his reaction was horrible. You don't do that. To me, we call that corny, right? Period. There's no, if you have a problem with somebody, you deal with it directly. Corny. I was about to say something else, but I'm trying to keep it. I'm going to keep it YouTube friendly. I almost said something else.
Bitch ass nigga shit.
No, you can't use bitch. You can't use bitch.
Bitch. So are you over there with your cape on?
When you start tweeting things out into the world, it just screams feminine. That's not how masculine men react. Masculine men who are actually secure of themselves and sure of themselves, he would have been like, she's gonna come home, we're gonna deal with this. I would have made her go ahead and address this and apologize publicly.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's what he should have done. You do not go ahead and put that out into the atmosphere and then make yourself look like a further sucker for allowing it and then acting like a little chump after that.
So what that would have never happened to me, but if it would have ever, well, no, she got a baby with me, so I wouldn't be able to, you know, do anything about it because she's my baby mama.
You wouldn't be able to do shit.
Would literally do a video with a goddamn whole dress on.
Bruh.
I want to apologize to everybody that see me with my cheeks out. You will never see my cheeks again, even in a bathing suit. Thank you.
That's bullshit. That is bullshit. The fact that she went out there with her cheeks out, she not doing that damn video. Come on, bro. She not doing that damn video. So the fact that she already went out there with her cheeks out. Why would she come out with a video saying I apologize for my cheeks out?
I'm just saying.
Palmer went to handle it at home, and a lot of people that see the other video, like this girl just posted 2 days ago, I love my man. I don't really think a lot of people have the context of the person she plays on the internet is not the people that they really think she is. This woman has a lot of conservative views, but people are so blinded by the likability of this caricature she plays, they don't recognize that. Even with her going out into this outfit, there is no way you're telling me she's been with this boy about 5 years. She had no idea he wasn't okay with that.
So I just want to say for the people is that if you are trying to get married, you can't look at her and say, well, she's not a wife. She's a mom. So she already skipped that whole part. She's supposed to have been a wife and then a mother. So we can't say, oh, well, she's not a wife, so she could do whatever she wants. She's not in that category. You have to look at her as a parent and a mother and someone that she's, you know, raising a child with now. So just take that wife part out and make it like, okay, well, they're not married right now. Who knows if they're going to get married? They're celebrities. Most celebrities don't even get married anyway, especially the young ones.
No, they don't.
So don't categorize marriage into this situation. That's already out.
And I don't think it was mentioned. I don't think it was
we need to stop minimizing marriage, because to sit here and say, oh, I can have a man in the house with me who can be an active parent and an active father. I'm going to uphold him to this standard that he cannot cheat on me. He cannot embarrass me. He needs to be able to input into my life. I want him to be this present figure, but I ain't got to respect him. I ain't got to do what he say, but I don't
exactly my point, Perry.
Yeah,
exactly my point,
Perry. And the one thing that I don't think was mentioned here is that you can't force women to do anything or not do anything, right? Everybody has their own will, but you have to be careful when picking. And like Paris said earlier, she had nipples out before, and we always forget this in the vetting process. You can't pick women who behave like this and then decide to have children with them, or get married, or permanently tether yourself to anybody like that.
Trev, the only thing I gotta say, bro, is we gotta understand it's still KeKe fucking Palmer. She's worth $7 million. At bare minimum, you know your kid is good for the rest of their life. Even if you like, that's a reality.
What?
Like, it's still KeKe Palmer, bro.
What angle is that?
My point is that he's saying like, well, look at her, like, look at what she dressed. I'm like, it's KeKe Palmer. You talking about a woman,
and that's what I'm saying. You don't pick women like that. You don't.
No, I get what you're saying, but we're talking about this as if like most of us ain't got opportunities with celebrity women, or you know what I mean, these type of women.
True.
So I'm just saying that to sit here and be like, hey, look, I don't see anybody picking KeKe Palmer. Come on, bro, it's KeKe Palmer.
I'm not saying nobody's going to pick her, but as a man, I don't care if I had an opportunity with her ever and I was single. I would not pick her because I pick women based on their character. I don't really care about a woman's status. I've never cared about a woman's money. I pick women based on the content of their character. I don't care about your money or status. Yeah, I could save it with that one. I don't need it.
We say a lot of stuff.
Can you please elaborate on what
for real? I really like that.
What does that mean?
That don't mean anything to masculine men. I'm trying to tell you, it doesn't mean anything to a man who's sure of himself.
I'm saying that majority of people on this planet would still pick KeKe Palmer.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes, they would, bro.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes, they would, bro. Majority of men on this planet.
So she said she had a hard time finding a man, and she had
a hard time finding a man on her level. There ain't no shortage of men.
She went on dating sites as
man, bro.
There's no shortage of men shooting their shot at KeKe Palmer, bro.
I hate to get the average guy for sure.
KeKe Palmer has dated white boys. Like that used to be her realm. To say that she could have had anybody, she could have anybody. No, the reason why we're just not seeing her after this pregnancy, after this public, she had a lot of insecurities. Her face was messed up. Her skin was really bad.
Acne.
Weight. She couldn't gain weight. She had a lot of issues with her health. It was a lot going on with her. KeKe Palmer was never on no Ebony Jet magazine. She was never no swimsuit figure. She was never in Sports Illustrated. She wasn't giving, oh my gosh, every time I see her, wow. She was never that girl that she was not a Megan Good. She was not a Kyla Pratt.
Mm-hmm.
There are guys who love Megan Good, love Kyla Pratt, even though they are Disney stars. They was feeling Raven-Symoné until she did that creepy stuff. You get me? KeKe Palmer was not that girl. It was just like your little cousin that you know. She just
and one thing we have to remember about the selection,
KeKe Palmer would be a female cornball.
Even with that being said, there is no shortage of men shooting at KeKe Palmer. There's no shortage. Even more. How about this? Hold on, wait. And even more so now. More so now, there's no shortage of. Even more so, there's no shortage of men shooting at.
Yeah, but guess what? I'm gonna tell you what. Women can get any. Women can get.
There's a chick right now.
Women can always get men
right now on Instagram right now who's fat as all get out with goddamn pizza rolls on her face, and she ain't got no shortage of men.
You already know we're talking about somebody wanting to be with KeKe Palmer, not
women. And that's the whole thing.
Y'all think there ain't no man out there want to marry KeKe Palmer? Y'all crazy, bro.
Nobody wants to marry no damn KeKe Palmer.
It will be the man that she wants. That's the problem. Women can get men, but can they get the man that they want? That's the problem. Can they get the man that they want?
Go ahead, hold on, Paris. Go ahead, Paris.
when she had the situation with Trey Songz, she was blacklisted. And you know how black men feel about allegations. The moment that you put them on them, you're a catalyst. She was definitely not this person that guys were going like, I need to deal with her. No, she was a liability. She didn't get a lot of respect and she didn't get a lot of courtesy. And this is the same girl that defended R. Kelly. So it's like when she had that situation with Trey Songz, a lot of people stopped turning to her and stopped shying away from her. And she went back into her Hollywood circle. She was getting out of the black circle of cool things, etc., because of the fact of her going against Trey Songz. It was him and his own reputation that had to supersede to get her back on top. When the basketball player, the WNBA player came out and the real popular model girl said that he had sexually assaulted her, that's how KeKe Palmer started getting all of her notoriety. People started coming out saying, I'm sorry, because it was another very attractive woman that was able to say it, and then everybody went, oh, well, maybe we should have listened to KeKe Palmer. But no, guys were not dealing with her. They basically made a mockery of her. Even when she went on Wendy Williams, that she talked about the fact that how many people really turned their head to her. It was hard for her to date. People wouldn't deal with her. She wasn't getting invited to places. So we got to stop making this insinuation that this girl was just so wanted. Black women like her personality. Gay men like her personality.
Yep.
There.
Hold on.
KeKe Palmer is a female cornball.
The point was, hold on real quick, bro. Hold on. Trev. That's what I said earlier. I said on her level, she couldn't find somebody. That's why she may have had a hard time dating. But that doesn't. But that was my point. I was saying that there's no shortage
to do that's on her level.
I said,
but what's it matter if she could get men that she don't want? What's that even matter?
No, that was my whole entire point. All I said was there ain't no shortage of men trying to shoot at KeKe Palmer. So when I said, "Hey, it's still marrying her," though. When I said there's probably plenty of men that'll be willing to marry her. That doesn't mean that she wants to marry them.
And that's the big difference, right? Like let's say I got a whole bunch of shark meat. You don't eat shark meat. What's it mean to you? Nothing. Right? Unless I get you some pork sushi, it don't matter.
The whole point was that he was saying that don't nobody want to marry her. That's not true.
You make a mute point. Let's move on.
I responded to your point. I responded to your point when you said nobody want her. And you're lying when you say that. And you're lying when you say that.
That sounds like a groupie.
Hold on, Penny, you about to say something? Because y'all just jumping over her.
No, you don't get to talk all that and then say, all right, well, let's move on.
I ain't said nothing all night.
Hey, Mr. Let Go wipe her right now while he up there capping.
Yes, he would. We know it.
What is he
talking
about? Come on,
I would smash KeKe Palmer goofy ass, but I wouldn't want to be with her ass. I'll smash.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, I would smash.
Okay.
You say try to get that paper viral.
Yeah. Why is he?
That man would be like, man, let me get a hold of that 7 million for myself, boy. He gonna. And
I don't want none of her money. She's a cornball. I would smash, but I would no.
Oh, real
cornball.
Thank you, JR. Oh, really? Thank you.